What's going on, dogs? Mr. Allen here with a little coordinate geometry here, man. I mean, graphing ain't just for algebra. Geometry loves it too. All right. We want to know what is the area of quadrilateral ABCD. Now, it might be helpful to know maybe a little more specific as to what quadrilateral ABCD is, right? Because different quadrilaterals have different formulas. It's looking kind of trapezoidy to me, right? But let's verify this real quick. Now, my y-coordinates of AD, this bottom side here, my y-coordinates are both -6. My y-coordinates for B and C are both 1 and 1. This means we have two horizontal lines. Thus, these bad boys are parallel. That is enough right there with how this is, the rest of it's drawn to be a trapezoid, okay? So I know I'm dealing with a trapezoid. Anybody remember the area formula for a trapezoid? I got you, don't worry. I like to do this. Area, and then I draw like a little bit of a sort of a trapezoid there, right? Not an isosceles trapezoid, but it will work with an isosceles as well. Okay, a few different ways to write this one. I like to do 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times my height. So if you think about like a rectangle, it's just base times height, right? But with a trapezoid, I have two different bases, right? This guy's shorter than that guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to average the length of my two bases, multiply it by my height, bippity boppity. Right, that 1/2 times my bases, the sum of my bases, that's like the average of the bases. But I am going to need that height, as I mentioned that there as we were talking, you know, as we were going on about the math. So that's my height right there. How am I going to find that? I can fortunately count that. We've got 1 and then down to -6. That's going to be a 7 right there. So my height is 7. What's the length of this guy right here? It's a horizontal line. How wonderful. No distance formula needed. From -4 to 5, that's a change in 9. So that's a 9er right there. And then I've got -1 to 4, that's going to be a 5er up there. I have all of my dimensions of this dope trapezoid. So let's plug it all in. I'm going to have 1/2 base 1. Doesn't matter which one's which. It's going to be 5 plus 9. And then my height is 7. Really glad these numbers are working out nice because I threw it on here off the top of my head. So we got 1/2, 14. Beautiful. It's an even number. That's wonderful. So that's going to be 7 times 7. I know that one. That's 49 units squared. Area is always units squared, right? And then volume is units cubed, so on, so forth. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right. There we go. That's beautiful. We got the area of this here trapezoid, 49 units squared. That's dope. That's awesome. You're dope. You're awesome. Deuces, dogs.